was in the opener tonight?
There's a lot that stood out. I think if you just look at the game in its entirety, we got destroyed in the possession battle, turnovers and offensive rebounds. I think they took 15 more shots than us. In some ways that's the game right there. Their physicality, and look, we had a little bit of a deficit. They're a big team. They have big defenders. Garza's he's a monster. Tonight, with how we opted to do the rotations in the first half, we oftentimes had a small on him, and he really hurt us. Having said that, I think there was a lot of good stuff that we did. I told our guys before the game, 3 things I'm going to judge you on and how we are going to measure this game. Our organization, our talk, and our level of compete. And I thought the third one, we had that at a really high level. The other 2, we got to get better. I think schematically, defensively, we can do some things better. This was not a game plan game for us. So there was some stuff that, frankly, in 3 days of practice in a walkthrough shoot around, you're just not going to be able to cover. But overall, I think our guys played with the right intent. I thought offensively we really moved the basketball well at times, and we got off to a slow start there. And sometimes that can hurt your defense. But yeah, there's a lot of good things we can take away from this game.
Individually, some of the young guys seemed like they had a really good game. You had talked about seeing Max Christie over the summer, JHS, like Dalton, but to zero in on Max, what did you like about him when you first got in the gym, and what did you see tonight that reflected that?
Max is an old soul. He's wise and he's mature, and he takes this very seriously, and I really appreciate that about him. So it's not a surprise to me that in a game like this that he plays a lot of minutes. He doesn't hang his head. He just keeps competing. It's going to be very valuable for us this year. You sort of look at your team, and in games like this, like you see like a guy like him or a guy like Austin, just their level of compete at all times. And I've seen it in practice and workouts for the last 2 months. I mean, it's always there, and I just appreciate that about Max.